Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane Draft video commentary. We have another game here for you today, and no, it's not a 2v2 or 3v3, there's just tons of observers in this game here. We have a game between z+Tipzee and Tiepe252, or Tiepe. I'm gonna call him Ty. I'll just call him Ty. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. But he has made a slight appearance. I'll talk about him in a moment, but we're going to go in and cast this game. I've got a little bit of time this morning. It's pretty early, so my voice might sound a little bit on the sleepy side here. I'm sure it will warm up during the cast here. But both sides have picked their factions, so no need to blur it out. Let's jump in right now. We're on Twisted Rift, which is pretty cool. If we jump over to the left-hand side here, and I probably should have checked out the colors and the names before I jumped in. So z+Tipzee is playing as GDI on the left-hand side here. He's Tipzee. And yeah, Tipzee in a 1v1. Am I seeing things right here? Normally he's like clutching to the 2v2 like it's his safety net or something like that. But he is going for his spike. Few scouts get drafted. Tiepe252 over here, meanwhile, is going to be as the Black Hand. Did he go Refinery first? He did too. I believe he must have gone Refinery first. Yeah, he has. He hasn't got any scouts out, so pulling a filthy Dutch there, because that's what he likes to do on maps where there's a spike super duper close. But nonetheless, he's a player which has made an appearance very recently, and he seems to be quite good. From my limited knowledge of this player, because he's only just appeared, I believe he might have been a Tiberium Wars player. Not going to go down on the quoting or anything like that, but he sure does play like he knows what he's doing. So yeah, z+Tipzee is going to be in a bit of trouble here if this can get going. So GDI versus Black Hand, this is the classic matchup. I believe we had one of these just the other game. Or maybe it was the game before. No, I'm pretty sure it was the last game. So z+Tipzee is going to spot the Cabal squads and he's going to go around, which is very nice. And it doesn't look like TP spotted that at all. I really don't know if I'm getting his name right, TP. But that's what I'm going to call him. And if he's going to write in the comments that I pronounce his name wrong, then I'll know that for future if he gets any future casts. But not a lot happening. Okay, the Operations Center is down, but there is a pitfall here. This is a very late operations center. I'm not sure what the deal was there, but he is going to upgrade his power plant, which it hints that there's flame tanks. Tipsy might actually think there's already a flame. No, he went for a third harvester, that's why. Okay, he's already got 3 harvesters out. This is weird. Does he have something I'm not aware of? No, he is going double Reckoner. No, he's going, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing some type of weird, awkward flame rush. He built 3 harvesters and now his first flame tank is just out. I think Tipsy is a bit panicky. I think, yeah, he thinks there might be another flame tank already out because of how delayed this is. Although if he notices there's 3 harvesters there, he should realize it. He's just done a very awkward flame build here, and I don't think it's going to be terribly effective. I'm not sure if another flame tank has managed to sneak its way out. There is one coming out now, but I'm not 100% sure what else is happening. z+Tipzee does have a few pit bulls rolling around, and the rest of them are just joining up now. There's 4. He obviously isn't afraid that there's one floating around out there at the moment, so maybe he has caught on to the fact that everything is cooped up in the base. We have 2 flame tanks and a Reckoner, so he's got some forces here, but they're all stuck at home. Now Tipsy's going to be forced to break everything up. He's going to go for 1 tank. He has gone for extra pit bulls, which is great. z+Tipzee, what are you doing, buddy? Yeah, you want to clean those up before they get too far away. You don't want to lose track of them because look, they're all moving in all different directions now, and z+Tipzee is somewhat losing track of some of them. He will just about pop that flame tank. We'll keep an eye on this one first, and he should be able to pop that down. His Reckoner is also under attack. Rear armor, he jumps out the Black Hand squad. He has it in heavy damage mode, so he should be able to prevent this Reckoner. He does force the deploy. The flame tank was annihilated. We can see the fuel cells going down over there, but there is one more flame tank remaining. He does pop a pit bull with his Black Hand squads, but this flame tank is simply too far away, and the pit bulls should be able to take care of that one. He will go for the spike, of course. That's something he can claim, and Tipsy has done enough here with the micro. Lost maybe a pit bull or 2. Almost loses that pit bull. That would have been pretty devastating, because then there's actually no more pit bulls left, and he might have even got the war factory if that happened. We'll kill a few more pit bulls, so this is nice. Obviously, Tipsy is going to be notably ahead, and he knows it. He's going straight for an airfield. He's like, yeah, cool, I'm ahead. I can just go for an airfield here. It might be 4 orcas, which would be great. It would really jump TP, but he's going bikes, which is very common, and he does realize there are bikes being constructed. It's very common to bike behind this. He sees the second war factory because he put it right down in front of this foxhole, so He is still going to go Orcas, and he is going for AP ammo as well. I thought maybe Hammerheads, I mean, he can Hammerhead at this point. He will be shooting up that Black Hand squad, will retreat back. There is still a Black Hand inside this garrison ball, and this half-dead squad here as well. Battle markers just poking up. It's just scouts here. Tipzee making sure he can see exactly what Tiepe's doing here, and now he's realized that he's going to have to come in and destroy this foxhole. We have elite rifleman squads here, which is not something you want to see. Tipzee could even just give them a move order so they don't get splashed down, but no, unfortunately not able to do that. He could have just run them around in circles. Cabal squad probably would have cleaned them up eventually. No one's going for blue Tiberium. That Black Hand squad unfortunately is being shot at, and the APM was done now, so he might actually kill the rest of the squad here. And running over the blue Tiberium, that combination will result in the death of those Black Hand. But Orcas and Pitbulls, oh my god, they fly straight through the bikes. One Orca goes down. So these guys here just going for basically counter, or counter harass. Two Predator tanks, we'll see that doesn't get anywhere. But at the same time, another Orca gets blown to pieces. Battle markers raging up there, Predator tanks moving in. Meanwhile, he's got these bikes here. He pulls to the war factory. Actually, I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but he needs to pull it around. Yes, he is going to pull it around. That's good. That's good work there. And back forward again as well to block these shots here. There is another attack happening up here. Those two Predator tanks will get cleaned up. The bikes, meanwhile, don't get the harvester they wanted. Tipsy getting some repairs here, and they are going to move through the base, but there's another Predator here as well, and that will pop another bike on the way through, and more Predators over here. Now, he shouldn't really lose a harvester. Is he going to pull these back? No. He does spray his shots somewhat. The harvesters are firing at the bikes now. Might even be able to get that if he commits more bikes, but he's not going to commit bikes. He doesn't want to lose any more. He's probably going to lose that one, which will get taken down. Again, those Predator tanks cleaned up. Infantry upgrades on the way. And we have some man spam out here. Just protective man spam. That's why he just sold the racks off, put a few rockets there just to guard this area. Going to want to move these harvesters. He does have 6 here, which is a little bit too much. Battle markers over here. He will take out that Raider buggy. The Orcas really didn't do what Tipsy wanted them to do, and he is transitioning into Hammerheads now because he does have AP ammo done. Those Orcas, he's going to keep them around. They have the ability to snipe harvesters. With just 2 of them, he can go around and he can kill a harvester. No worries with those. And with a lot of Predator tanks and Hammerheads are really good against Black Hand if you have them in numbers. It's just really hard for them to deal with unless they have tech. If they spam too much man spam, they won't have money for much else, aside from, you know, sneaky things like flame tanks, which once again Hammerheads can really respond to. We'll notice there is a flame upgrade, so he's aware that that is being upgraded. He will take blue Tiberium and he will get away with it, but now Tiepe is coming here. He should be able to clean his foxhole up and claim blue tip for himself. So these guys somewhat sharing the blue Tiberium here. That Reckoner I noticed is still actually there, so there you go. These rifleman squads probably will be destroyed now. They might get a few shots off on these rocket squads, but yeah, they're pretty much getting ripped up a little bit here. Bikes trying to assemble in the top here. Meanwhile, these guys here not quite being cleaned up. Tipsy could take care of that now. He does have a few Predator tanks down here, some infantry squads as well, some Hammerheads moving out. He's kind of got forces all over the place. There's a battle marker up there as well. It's just a scout up there. We got battle markers raging everywhere. He's being attacked at home. Oh my god, stuff. It's really heating up now. He's starting to kill more harvesters now. Tipsy will respond, and overlapping harvesters, he will end up losing 3. No, not quite 3. The bikes do change targets. Tipsy pulls in between the war faction. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but the bikes will move through. A lot of them getting destroyed there. 1 remaining. Meanwhile, these APCs got completely cleaned up. I'm not sure where the Hammerheads are. We got a battle marker down here as well, but it's nothing serious at all. Yeah, units and forces all over the place. You can tell these guys are 2v2 players. They have not quite got the combos down. Will snipe another harvester. So, Tipsy is not going to be enjoying that at all. More battle markers over here. The Hammerheads do survive, and they will find a flame tank, and they will take it down and kill the remainder of these forces here. The Hammerheads so good at cleaning up the Cabals and the man spam here. Battle markers once again raging. That bike is still alive. Oh, he gets clicked. There's the clicks. 2 harvesters, 1 refinery. He's not going to be enjoying that too much at all. Still trying to clean these guys up. Trying to go for a Mar. I'm not sure if that's the right answer. He doesn't really need one because the Black Hand player doesn't really have a Redeemer or anything like that. We'll be trying to get the Tib Chem plant. Will he have enough rockets for it? He's going to lose. Yes, he will actually force the remaining cell off that one there. Otherwise, he would have lost it. Battle markers up here again. He will defend out his main area. Not terribly important. These Predator tanks, they're coming forward to snipe down some of these Raider buggies. They will be forced back. I think he's going to lose maybe 1 or 2 of them. The Hammerheads come over the top now, and they will snipe down these rocket squads. Unfortunately, he didn't trade these guys out for rocket squads, which means he's not going to be able to push those. Well, he's not going to be able to claim any kills, but that would have been nice. He's going to get some repairs. Doesn't have enough Hammerheads in my opinion here. He's only got 4 of them. That's not going to be enough to get really a lot done. He will be coming in now, and he's got to watch out. Raider buggy is actually pretty good against Hammerheads if the Hammerheads are within range and you focus, because they can actually pick apart. Like, the gun vulnerability to Hammerheads is quite high If you've ever seen what do you call it, APCs fight hammerheads, APCs will just drop them. But we have an expansion here now, which is under attack. He's going to try to take out that harvest. Tipsy just pushing through. But yeah, no one's getting a big force build up or anything. It's just they're breaking their forces into all these tiny little bits and pieces and sending them pretty much everywhere. And look at that, putting down a big, he's actually double or maybe even triple his minefield up here. He wants to not drive into it because that the crossfire will cause problems for him. I think this Raider buggy is actually just going to clean it up regardless. So that's a bit unfortunate. Not able to get a harvest to kill, but he will take down more infantry. Obelisk comes down now. He might want to evac the area. We've got tip core has been completed, which is very nice. The APCs are going to try to retreat. He's going to try to save some of them, but I think they might all just get destroyed in the retreat anyway. I'm not sure if he can save any of these guys. He will pop that APC. The last one now is trying to make its way out of the hot zone, but it's going to get run down. TP's like, yep, cool, I can kill that, so why the hell not? But yeah, Tipsy harvesting his own field. He must be pretty desperate for some cash. Now he's under attack. Oh, he doesn't have any power. He wants to get that power back up pretty quickly. No power micro coming out by Tipsy. That's unfortunate. Battle markers over here. The hammerheads are moving in. They're going to try to find a gap, but no, this tip core is done, and they're all overlapping as well. Oh my god, the splash is real. He took a lot of unnecessary damage. He will lose another one on the way out as well. These hammerheads, or this singular hammerhead now just evacing. Still not producing any more of those. I guess he feels the bite buggy is going to be too prevalent now, and he doesn't want to go for them. APCs and Predator tanks might be a better choice. He's got two very heavily damaged, but he sold the Reclamator hub, so he's not able to construct, or sorry, to repair these vehicles here. Tipsy obviously needs some quick cash. It's okay to harvest your field in this situation, but the problem is if the game keeps going, which it is going to, he's obviously denied himself some Tiberium there, because harvesters will harvest more. The Marv is only a fraction of the value of the Tiberium. Only one hard point garrisoned in as well. He is going to, looks like Tiepe's going to move forward now to try to attack this base here. But this is a very, very messy game in my opinion. It's a bit all over the place. Predator tanks now responding. They should be able to take down some of these Raider buggies. They'll want to thin the numbers a bit because if they turn into Emp buggies, that'll be a big problem if there's a lot of them. Juggernaut trying to move to the other side, or at least get in the gap of that war factory there, and he will be able to thin the numbers down. A few tip core bikes. The Redeemer is actually here as well, so I did not see that. The Juggernaut going to start firing on it, but it's just not causing enough damage at the moment. And he's got a second one out, going to continue to fire on these ones here. He does laser fences. He's planning to defend this area here. The Marv is coming. The MCV is also coming as well. These Juggernauts still trying to fire on the Redeemer. Rage Gen will go off the moment that Juggernaut starts to move. The other Juggernaut cannot move. Neither can the Predator tanks because they're raged. And I think the Rage Gen, as soon as it wears off, he might have to move these guys here. But he's got power problems. Again, the power will come back online. There's three Juggernauts here. Has not quite taken care of these guys yet. And they are all firing at, well, this one he isn't, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's trying to move outside minimum range, I believe, but the Redeemer is actually taking a lot of unnecessary damage here. The Marv is here taking a lot of unnecessary damage. The Redeemer just got popped as well, so there you go, these two Juggernauts. They did lose one, but that husk is easily recoverable, and now Tipsy is all of a sudden pushed TP's attack back here, and he's going to move the MCV. Now notice his base down here is wide open. There might have been some harassment. Double tower there with damaged harvesters getting repairs. We might have missed some bike harassment there. Not 100% sure. Maybe it was already damaged harvester, but I'm going to go with the bike harassment theory because that is more sound. TP obviously has got a pretty crazy eco here. There's a lot of harvesters. He's got continuous lineup of harvesters. He might even want to just send some of them back to this harvester, this refiner over here. That's what I do sometimes. If I'm oversaturated, I send a harvester back to an old ref. Just because you get that money quicker than it just lining up. And of course we've got crawling, which means we're probably going to see double obelisk. We have multi MCV out. He will not quite pop that operation center, which means these obelisks come down, but he doesn't have any power for them. That's really bad and takes a lot of damage. This obelisk might only get one shot off. I think he's going to get a second. He will get a second shot off, but only 3 shots from one, 2 shots from another. That power really cost him. He could have had an extra 2 shots here, but his MCV is now under attack. He's going to try to block this out. The APC, or the singular APC, needs to come forward. We've got a battle marker down here as well. Bikes trying to harass, but those APM towers are causing problems. APM towers will tear through these bikes eventually. And look at that. He's going to try to focus this down. The Tim Core bikes come in. We see a beacon. This could be a Vapor Bomb coming in. The Vapor Bomb does crazy damage to structures, and there's no double A. There's 2 APCs. Can they shoot this down? They're not going to be able to shoot this down. Tipsy, oh, it doesn't quite pop it. But all the towers just got destroyed from that. They all went down. Oh man, and he's going to try to use his obelisk. Is his obelisk in range of the MCV? Oh, he fires at another unit. He could have got the MCV, I think, and he lost the obelisk. He lost the other obelisk too. These two Juggernauts are still here. Tipsy's moving through. Still a singular hard point in the Marv. I think he's realized now because he's got a barracks down where he's not actually constructing anything out of it. The MCV is so badly damaged right now. The next obelisk drop is actually going to be back too far to fire at the MCV, but it is going to be here to fire at these guys. Elite Predator tank now getting repairs. He should just try to focus out. Oh no, that power plant was critical. He's putting power plants, but he's putting them back on the front line. Not sure if I agree with that. The Marv is taking a lot of damage. He might lose the Marv here. Oh, it's so close. He gets the Marv. Oh, that last shot there. That was massive. Now he's got a chance at really holding this off. It looks like he lost one of his refiners. I'm not sure if he sold that or if he just lost it. But that Elite Predator tank will go down now. So it's just these Juggernauts and a handful of APCs. He could even pack up the MCV, move it next to the War Factory, and that would repair it to full health pretty quickly for absolutely nothing. It wouldn't cost him anything. But this this refiner is now under attack. He will get the double obby down, or no, he doesn't have enough for double obby by the looks of it. No, he does have double obby. There we go. He should be able to snipe down one of these, and he does get one of the Juggernauts. The other Juggernaut is going to move outside range, and then another one will come outside the War Factory here, so he's going to be able to hold this off once again. But the build rate is here. He needs to do something about the MCV because it's going to continue to pop these. He will sell an MCV. Is he selling up? I'm not sure if he's going for the fire sale here. He could be selling up everything. Tipsy moving to the War Factory. He's not actually selling everything. No, he's still in the game. He's still trying to build something from his other MCV, so he's not planning on relinquishing control of this game just yet. Oh, but Tipsy now just has to basically clean up the mess here. He doesn't have a lot of offensive units anymore. I mean, the Juggernauts are good with a base push, but you know, he needs to move the MCV. MCV now grabbing some repairs from this War Factory here, hopefully enough to get him back. Yeah, he's going to speed himself up now. This Juggernaut here back out of heavy damage mode. I'm not sure what the last ditch effort is here for TP. Tibcore bikes, he doesn't have much. I'm not sure how much money he's got. He did sell off a lot of his expansion here, so I'm not sure what he's going to try to do, but the problem is that, you know, Tipsy, he's got 4 Juggernauts. He's now identified that he doesn't really need any more Juggernauts because the only thing he has to do with his base defenses, and you know, 4 Juggernauts is going to just about one-shot any base defense. Well, it will essentially one-shot any base defense. A few towers just still sticking around out here. Tipsy just spreading out the scouts. Power micro over here. So he's got towers at every base because of the prevalence of the bike harassment. Even left a Juggernaut behind, so he might want to do something about that. But TP is going to try to fight this, and essentially if he can somehow destroy these 4 Juggernauts, he is basically right back in there with a chance. But a Reclamator hub comes down. Oh man, he's got about 50 seconds before another Marv pops. And I can't see him holding that. I mean, he's got, what has he got? He's got double War Factory, and there's battle markers over here. So he does have a lot of Tibcore bikes here. So he's going to be able to snipe that Harvester down almost immediately. So Tipsy there losing a Harvester, and this Harvester is full of Tiberium. Oh man, Tipsy can't afford to be losing those right now. There's not a lot of Tiberium left on the map. Battle marker up here. ABC's moving in. The Juggernauts are here. They don't even care that he's not ready for this. The MCV did move down here. He sold both of his his War Factories to be able to get infantry out now. And look at this, able to snipe down these Predator tanks while they're distracted by the infantry. That's nice. Again, the Tibcore bikes have a very heavy damage output, so they are going to be able to do a lot of damage, but he's losing a lot of them now. And Tipsy's like, well, he's losing a lot of Predator tanks as well, but you know, he can't replace his bikes as easy as what Tipsy can replace his Predator tanks. He will pop that one there. A lot of Cabals and Blackhand floating around now. Is the Marv done? The Marv is just about to come out, and I think that might be the end of the game. Once that comes out, I don't think he'll be able to stop this. This is his only refinery, I believe. It is his only refinery, which means he can't really pull the harvesters away. I'm not sure what the Rax is going to do unless he's planning on building Fanatics. But yeah, these rocket squads are just going to be destroyed, and Tiepe252 will tap out of that game there. So very, very messy game, that one there. And that base push at the end was probably the highlight of the game there. It was reasonably well done. I think TP could have defended a bit more with this obelisk placement, and of course power problems as well. What was unnecessary power issues there, whereas obelisks were unpowered, they're unable to fire. That cost him several volleys throughout that engagement, which could have ultimately cost him the game. 18 minutes 20 seconds, 167,000 to 145,000, so we got 22,000 in favor of TP. So he got more money, but unfortunately he was spread very thin, and his harassment was good in the game, but it wasn't good enough. There needed to be a bit more of it, and he needed to have some more unit combinations as well. At the end, he just got a Redeemer, and it's just like bike buggy infantry, which he'd been doing all game. He needed something else. He needed some Spectres or something like that that could really pressure Tipsy there, and maybe get the EMP upgrade and going with the EMP buggies there to EMP it down. That way the Spectres would have stationary targets. That's a really good strategy to do. It's not too difficult to pull off either. You know, shooting not stationary targets with the Spectres, you're going to do a lot of damage. but unfortunately unable to get to that point in the game. But that wasn't too bad. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm Green Zero, and I'll catch you all in the next VOD.